Hey, before I start this video, do you want to see my tripod? This is it. This is my life. There is so much stress. Hi, my name is Julianne, and today I'm officially a booktuber. So I made a review of this book called The Rig by Ducie, and so that is one of the best reviews I think I've ever done. I don't know. I just think I said everything I wanted to say in just like a good way. And so I really enjoyed that review. I think I did really good on it. And to my surprise, the author, Ducie, looked at my review, saw it, and was like, hey, do you want me to send you the sequel? And I was like, yeah, obviously, like, why not? And so he sent me the sequel. Like, that happened to me. I literally only have 20 subscribers. I never thought anyone would see that video. I just made it because I wanted to talk about The Rig. So he sent me the sequel called Crystal Force. But he didn't just send me the sequel. He also sent me the first book. So now I have two copies. But now they match. Like this could match, but like this matches. Okay? And he didn't just send me the first and second book. No. He signed it. He signed the first book. And he signed this one, too. And it says, Dear Julianne, thanks for the review. So I was like, wait, what? I was not expecting anything signed. I wasn't expecting anyone to send me, like, the first book. So this is great. Like, I almost walked past The Rig. I almost did not pick that book up. It was an impulse. So I'm so glad that I bought it. This is why you impulse buy. Yeah, I have the sequel. It's great. And I read it. So this review is going to be about the sequel, Crystal Force. If you want to know about The Rig, I made a video. I'll put it down below. Just to put it simply, The Rig is about this kid named Drake, and he breaks out of every prison he's put in. So he's put in the prison that you cannot break out of, called The Rig. It's on an old oil rig out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And so, you know, escape is pretty much impossible. But Drake is determined to escape. And on top of that, there is something fishy going on the oil rig. So if you haven't read The Rig, you should probably just leave now. Go watch my video. Go read The Rig. It's awesome. If you haven't read Crystal Force, you can still stay, because I'm just going to kind of go into a little bit of what it's about. On to the review of Crystal Force. Okay, so I kind of created this term. Like, it's not really official, but now it is. So I came up with this term called the Lost Twist. It comes from the show Lost. Basically, that show, you think it's just this normal people surviving on an island after a plane crash type of show, and then it does a genre twist where it's, you know, it's survival, it's placed in the real world, and then it goes sci-fi all of a sudden. Like, it's really good. I still love Lost. But it has this twist where it goes from, like, set in the real world to set in, like, it has now sci-fi type of thing going on. The Rig, I feel like, has that Lost twist where it was, like, Prison Break happening, right? And now it went into Gone series. I really do like that Lost twist that they had in, that happened in The Rig, because I don't know, I'm a sucker for kids with powers. Like, it's such a cool storyline to follow, and it's just really fun to read. This begins, like, a little bit after where The Rig ended. Irene, Tristan, and Drake. Those three, they're on the run from the Alliance, because they want Drake, because he got all the Crystal X. They don't want that getting out about Crystal X or anything like that. Like, I don't want to say too much, but on the run, they meet some new friends, stuff happens, a lot of power, magic stuff is going on. I mean, it's technically not magic, but whatever, it's magic. Anyways, so yeah, and Drake is coming into his whole powers, and all of that is happening. And like, this book literally has like everything that I love in books and movies. Children with powers, children on the run, children on the run from evil corporation, just evil corporations and people trying to fight them. Dinosaurs. Yes, dinosaurs. So it's just a really fun ride. Like, just so much stuff happens, and I was not expecting there to be another book. Honestly, I was like, oh, it's a duology. But then I got about, you know, like you know, here, and I'm like, they're not wrapping up anything. There's another book. So yeah, Crystal Forest, really fun. It's just a fun read. Except for certain parts that made me want to scream at the book. In a good way. If you have not yet read Crystal Forest, you should actually leave now. And I'm gonna go into spoilers. So, bye. Tristan. That little poophead. He made me believe that he was a double agent. Then he has the nerve to be like, JK, I was a triple agent this whole time. At the moment when he was like talking to Irene and Tristan, no, Tristan was talking to Irene and Drake, there we go, and he is like talking about how he killed like 12 people, and they're like, wait, didn't you say it was 8? And he's like, that they know of, and I'm like, yo, this dude is psychotic. I was like, Tristan, you betrayed my heart, I loved you, I rooted for you, and then he has the nerve at the end to be all like, JK. And look, I'm glad he's on our side, don't get me wrong, but oh my god, a little poop head. And then Drake, and I was so confused because at the end Drake is all like saying, I love you, man, and you know, whatever, and I'm like, he betrayed you, why are you being nice to him? Go punch him in the face. I didn't realize until the moment they said he was a triple agent that he was a triple agent. Okay, like, I must be an idiot. Okay, because, like, it would be pretty obvious, like, just the way he was acting, like, he grabbed the crystals, like, at that moment I should have realized, like, oh, he's on our side. I'm just like, what is he doing? Why does he think he can be on our side now? Like, no, I should have realized that he was on our side. I didn't realize until Drake said to Naomi, oh, by now you probably realized, and I'm like, no, I did not realize this. This is news to me. What? Yeah. So still reeling over that. Oh, Drake got his arm just like snapped off. What? That was cool, but what? Like, I can't believe that happened, but it's regrowing, so that's good for him. And he has an eagle just in his arm, just a crystal eagle. I wonder where those crystal things are coming from. Is this an alternate dimension? Alien? But am I not the only one who thinks this is like the less dead people version of Gone series? That is the best way I can describe it, apparently. Because, like, seriously, like, not that many people die, but there's a meteorite thing that crashed to Earth, or I think they said it was a meteorite. Like, it was like a meteorite that gives you powers, and it's an alien. I mean, it's Gone series, man. It's Gone series. So what else happened? So when Irene and Tristan... Okay, Tristan is on my mind, so I keep saying his name. I'm not saying Drake. So when Irene and Drake kissed, I was like, okay, this is way too fast. I was like, you guys got, like, no romantic chemistry. Like, I was like, what is happening? Like, honestly, even in my review, I was like, oh, Irene, Tristan, they're gonna end up together. But no, Irene and Drake, that just came out of, like, nowhere. And the kiss, I was like, what the heck? But I feel like it had to happen that way and that early so we could be like, oh, Tristan's crazy. Like, we needed that just so to further plotline. So I was just like, what is this? But later on, when they got separated and, you know, that whole, like, him getting shot in the freaking head happened, after that, when they met up, they were kind of cute. Not gonna lie, I kind of ship it now. At the beginning, no, but when they met up afterwards and were like, oh my god, you're not dead, I was like, yeah, this is kind of cute, I like it. Okay, so at the end, they're in, like, some weird, like, I think the future alternate dimension thing. What if there are alternate dimensions and, like, the crystal thing was in that one dimension and then, like, I guess she like moved to their dimension? I don't know what is happening, but it's great. Amy just got kidnapped. Brand is psycho. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, okay. Is it bad that I laughed at the scene, you know, where he gets smacked in the face with his own hand that's still curled around the gun? Like, it should be disturbing, but I thought it was funny. Like, he just got smacked in his face with himself. Yeah, so I have a weird sense of humor, apparently. So I took pictures of scenes that I thought were like hilarious, so let me find them. This is Whitmore talking, okay? So he's like, and he's talking to Drake. This is when he gets to the museum, okay? And he's like, "You've been drafted, my son, to fight the good fight. Blah, blah, blah. But you've got to resolve to see us through." And then Drake is all like, "Okay, sure, but a skeleton asshole just shot me in the head." And I'm like, he was like, "I don't care about whatever you're going through. I just got like shot in the head. Can you like shut up?" So he's talking to Naomi and he's like, "There's this crystal thing coming to New York," and Naomi's all like, "You believe him?" And I don't know why, but I thought it was funny when he was just like, he had some pretty convincing charts and maps and stuff, and I'm really swayed by pie charts. Like Drake. Like in the first book it was pretty funny. Like, you know, he was witty. But the second book he just got really witty, really funny, and oh my god, I love him. Okay, so Whitmore is like betraying them, right? So Drake laughs and then he's just like, "Oh look, you're betraying us. I am shocked and surprised. Curse you, Whitmore." And I'm just like, God, you're funny and I love you. I should play Drake in the movie. Look, I'm just so good at this. Okay, so Amy just gets like dragged into this portal. I'm laughing, not at her, but at the wine. Okay, she gets dragged into the portal and Whitmore's yelling at Drake. He's like, "You have to go after her. You have to like save my daughter and stuff." And Drake is just like, "No. What? No, you do it." And I'm like, this is so funny. Like, oh my god. Oh, talking about Whitmore. Anyways, so I didn't see the whole Tristan triple agent thing happening, but I did see him being under whatever, having the crystal force, so the Yugen, whatever. So I totally saw that one coming. Like, obviously he was under the influence, or I call it under the influence, I don't know proper terms. But he was wearing the shades and I'm like, his eyes are definitely different colors. I could feel it. And I was right. I was so proud of myself. And then the whole Tristan thing like blindsided me and I'm like, I know nothing anymore. Oh, you know what I really wish they did? Joe Ducie had done in the book was make Irene more like badass. Like, she had some moments. I wanted her to be a badass, man. Like, I don't know what she could have done. Like, yeah, she can heal stuff, but she can move like her hand and change it or whatever, so I'm sure that could have come in handy. I don't know. Can she learn how to fight? I just want her to do something, because like this is all like Drake and kind of Tristan. Like, they're kind of saved the day, but I really wish that Irene kind of did something else, because she kind of just is dragged along for a lot of it. Like, she's pretty badass, like, I'm not saying that, but I wish she was more so. I'm watching Arrow and The Flash, so I compare everything to Arrow and The Flash. Like, I physically cannot stop myself from doing so. Am I right? Or am I just like thinking that Haven is the League of Assassins, Naomi is Nessa? I literally read it in Nessa's voice, not gonna lie. Naomi had Nessa's voice. Yes, so Naomi has a sword and Nessa has a bow and arrow. Like, to me, they're like pretty much the same people. Because they're trying to recruit Drake, I'm all like, okay, Drake is Oliver. Tristan is Felicity, because, you know, he can hack. And then Irene is Roy. I'm not sure who Takio? Is that his name? Takio? Am I wrong? Probably am. Whatever. The guy, the one that was with Naomi. I don't know who he could be. Maybe he could be Diggle, but I feel like he wouldn't be Diggle. So I don't know. I'm still working on it. Whitmore, okay, originally I read Whitmore's voice in a southern accent. Just came out of nowhere. All of a sudden he had a southern accent. I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? It made no sense. But then all of a sudden I watched like an episode of The Flash and his voice changed into Wells' voice. So now his voice is Wells. I mean, makes sense. He's shady AF, so it works. Oh my god, how did I not talk about this? So the dinosaurs. Okay. Like, people probably don't know, but I love Jurassic Park. Like, I love the movies, like, so much. And I love the book, too. Not the sequel. Lost World sucked. Don't ever read it. It was terrible. but I love the movies. They're great. It's really hard to beat that scene with the trailer, like, going over the cliff and her on the glass. Like, oh my god, love that scene. So stressful. Every time I watch it, I'm like, you're gonna die, and I'm like, I've seen this before. I know she isn't, but oh my god, it's so stressful. So I love Jurassic Park, like, so much. You know I saw Jurassic World the day it came out. The fact that there were freaking dinosaurs coming to life, they were like skeletons and everything, but I just was like, this is cool. They had raptors, it was a T-Rex, like, that is awesome. I'm sorry, I love dinosaurs. They're so cool. So, and yes, he called it Cretaceous Park. Thank you. Okay, so my obsession with Jurassic Park may have started in middle school when I had to do a book report on one. So I would pick Jurassic Park. I learned that most of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park in the books and movies is actually from the Cretaceous period, not the Jurassic period. But saying Jurassic Park sounds cooler than saying Cretaceous period. So that's why the author went with Jurassic Park, which, to be honest, it does sound better. So, but it makes people assume that T-Rex is from the Jurassic period when actually it's the Cretaceous period. So when I saw that line, Cretaceous period, it just made my heart happy. Like, I'm so happy that it's Cretaceous, because it's like, yes, someone understands. Anyways, the things that make me happy. Okay, let's talk about the Skeleton Man just for a few moments. Okay, so the Skeleton Man, who did I think he was? Well, not Brand at all. That was not where my mind went. I literally thought that he was Aaron. I believe is his name. The kid that died when Drake was trying to break out of that one prison. You know, the one where he says, nah, I just, walked out of prison. Like, seriously, are we ever gonna find out how he really broke out? Because everyone's just like, okay, how did you really break out? I want that backstory. Anyway, so I thought it was Aaron, because I guess they had the whole, like, fire thing going on, so I'm like, oh, he has powers that belong to fire. It makes sense, because he died in a fire. Like, that's where my mind went. And nope, it was not Aaron. No. So then, because I could be wrong, but I swear to you, I remember reading it. It said the Skeleton Man had a scar across his face, right? So, I mean, I might have misread something or misremembered something, but for some reason, I had it in my mind that the Skeleton Man had a scar across his face. So, when Irene couldn't heal her face, and then she had a scar across her face, and I was like, oh, it's Irene. Now, most people would be like, okay, it can't be Irene, right? Because, like, she can't be the Skeleton Man and be with Drake. It wouldn't make sense. Unless there was time travel. That's immediately where my mind went was, oh, there's time travel now. So, yeah. I believe that there was time travel, and for something happened between Irene and Drake to make her become the Skeleton Man, and then go back in time and try to kill him. That is where my mind went. But no. And then I had another theory after that. I was like, well, if it's not Irene, who else could it be? Tristan. Remember back when we thought he was betraying everybody, and he was like, yeah, they're on their way here now, when he was out on the balcony talking about how he was double-crossing them, and I thought he was just a giant poop head, and I was completely wrong about him. And so I'm like, oh, okay, so it's Tristan that goes back in time. Yes, still on the time travel theory. I was like, yeah, Tristan is gonna go back in time and try to kill Drake because he's evil and psychotic. Apparently there's no time travel. But yeah, so I was completely wrong about who the Skeleton Man was. No, it was Brand. Talking about the whole, like, Skeleton Man thing, I really like that train scene, though. That was crazy. Like, they literally lifted a train with their minds, and that was insane. And just seeing, like, the spiders, like, okay, when Brand and Drake were shooting, like, their power whatever at them, first thought that came to mind was Voldemort and Harry Potter. Okay, like, I just imagined that scene where they had their wands and were doing that. Like, that's literally what I thought. And then I also thought of Once Upon a Time. Like, it felt like one of those scenes between, like, a villain and a hero and just, like, shooting their powers at each other. Oh, can we also just, like, talk about that one scene, you know, where Drake got shot in the head? I gasped so loudly. I was like, no, Drake is not dying. Like, what? And then he's like, I was so scared because Brandon just shoots him and I'm like, this isn't, no. And then we switch over to Irene's perspective, like, no, I need to know what happened to Drake. And then he's like falling and like he's in his own mind with the Crystal X lady. I don't know what her name should be, but I'm calling her Crystal X lady until we get an official name. But so we could just call her Crystal, because it makes, yeah. Anyways, so Crystal is all like, okay, I'm gonna heal you and all this stuff. And so now there's like a kiss-shaped scar on his head, and then he like wakes up and he's completely healed except for the scar. That was insane. I can't believe he survived a bullet to the head. I was not expecting that, and it was great. It was great. I hope there's more action like that in the third book. I really enjoyed Crystal Force a lot. It was so cool. This cover is amazing. By the way, whoever did the cover art, so awesome. And now the waiting game begins. Thank you, Ducie, if you're watching this for this book. Like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It was so much fun. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! This is very awkward because there are lawn people like cutting my lawn and the window's kind of open. So I feel weird that I'm just like flailing my arms in front of a camera all alone in my room. Like, what the heck is this? Hi, my name is Julianne, and today this feels like this is gonna fall. I feel so official now. I'm standing up now. I have books on my shelf. Okay, where am I going with this? They're trying not to die, and you know, how do I explain this? I was falling over. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in my next video. How do I do outros again? Okay, so that's it. Goodbye.